Hi there folks, I'm Alex from the Southern Ukulele Store, and I'm here today to talk about two ukuleles that you probably won't find right now anywhere else in the world at the same time to do this kind of comparison. In fact, you probably won't see these ukuleles in any of the run-of-the-mill music shops around the world. And we've been really excited about this first model, which is a Kiwaya Shinobi. Our friend Matt up at World of Ukes has the black transparent version of this, but we chose the red, that kind of cherry finish, which looks completely different to anything else that we have had in the shop in recent memory. And depending on what angle you look at it, even on camera, you get a completely different visual experience. But what is it? Why should we care about a ukulele named after ninjas? Well, this ukulele is made by Kawaii, one of the best traditional brands in the world. The brand themselves have been going for 100 years, producing ukuleles for about 75 years of that. And this latest model is part of the Strummer series, which is the more contemporary models. So think Kiwaya as a brand doing fantastic Martin copies, but also having a line of contemporary modern instruments like a brand like Anuinui. And the Shinobi is one of those ukuleles. The tone wood is interesting. It's made of Kawaii pine, which is it's agathis. And agathis is in itself a very interesting wood, not something you see used as a tone wood very often. It's a very straight-grained, very sweet wood when you look at it up close, but most reminiscent of cherry, which is something that many of you ask us for all the time. People are always looking for cherry wood ukuleles, and this is the closest I think you'll get at the high end to that without finding a luthier to build you one. The neck is mahogany and the nut width is 37mm. Very, very chunky neck, very different to the traditional Kawaias, and much more like the Anuinui Moonbirds or maybe even a Ukulele K1 in feel. You have some front tortoiseshell binding, which actually looks more like a kind of leopard print binding, which in itself is completely unique, not something you see offset against something like a cherry finish very often. And you have this ninja throwing star inlay just up by the sound hole, that light reference to the Shinobi name of the model itself. Finally, you have some really lovely open back Goto tuners on the back. The whole thing feels like a big progressive leap forward for Kawaii in a new direction. The Strummer series ukuleles have been kind of a quiet favourite of customers that have a regular collection of high-end instruments, and I think the Shinobi sits really nicely, and it's lovely to see a high-end ukulele with an alternative tone wood. I'm going to give the Shinobi a play and see what you think. Actually, I'm not going to give it a play. It's got a cutaway, so just so it looks right for you folks at home, Phil's going to give it a play and see what you think. Okay folks, next up today we're going to take a look at the AnueNue LION, a uke you pretty much all know by now, and one that we have all talked about and at before, and rightly so. This is the signature for a band, and it's quite clearly a take on the popular Moonbird series, kind of an alternative Moonbird, and spec-wise very similar to the Lightbird, which was a uke offered exclusively at Matt's World of Ukes, linking nicely with the Shinobi before they decided to put the orange top on it and make it this signature model. You have a cedar top, stained a very obvious orange colour, with the maple Moonbird style inlay at the sound hole. Ebony bridge, ebony fingerboard with a 2A koa back and sides, really nicely figured koa. This one has a really straight grain, but it's always worth looking at the ones we have in stock at the time because they're all slightly different. You have maple bindings on the front and back with a maple strip down the back. And then once again with the Anuinui you have that slightly wider nut width with the ebony fingerboard and bridge, and a chunky almost U-shaped neck with a very slight flat point on the back for comfort. The way this differs to a Moonbird is the headstock. This has a more kind of traditional slotted headstock with bigger Anuinui branded tuners, and the neck has a satin finish which it goes against the gloss finish of the body, so it has a slightly lived-in feel from new. This also comes in the most leery, in a good way, orange hard case in the world. If you're somebody that likes to go out and you like stuff that's slightly quirky, AnueNui really have just gone and thrown everything at the wall with this model. Everything that could make this ukulele feel special is there. So Phil's going to give the Lion a play for you now and see what you think. I thought when signing off today in this video I'd show off the case that comes with the Lion. This is the orange hard case that AnueNui provide. As you can see, it's just so cool, so different. And yeah, I'd love to know, what's your favourite? Who's the true king of the jungle? Is it the humble lion who's ruled the jungle with an iron fist for centuries, or is it the ninja lurking in the shadows making things happen? The shinobi or the lion? I'd love to know. Let us know in the comments section, and I'll be back very soon with another video.